Welcome to Naturally Inspired Radio, where we expose what's broken in the healthcare system, connect you to real health solutions, and inspire you to take back control of your life. We want to help you feel empowered, informed, and free to live naturally without fear, confusion, or dependency. Download our latest book on real solutions for health at naturallyinspiredradio.com. Naturally Inspired Radio is a nationally syndicated show broadcast on over 100 radio stations, online platforms, video channels, and podcast feeds. Follow us on your favorite platform today, hit that like button, leave a comment, and engage in our special live stream chats, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com to learn more, register for our weekly giveaway, and explore past episodes. You can also connect directly with Tammy, follow her on all major social media platforms, and discover more about our featured guests and trusted radio partners. Are you looking for better health? Work with Tammy today and take the first step toward a healthier, more empowered lifestyle. Schedule your complimentary 30-minute lifestyle assessment to explore personalized guidance on nutrition, movement, toxin-free living, and natural beauty without pharma. Get started now and discover Tammy's preferred health products at naturallyinspiredstore.com or text Tammy directly 720-303-8868. Love the show and want to support the movement? Head over to naturallyinspiredradio.com and click on the support tab. There you'll find all the ways you can get involved. Join our Naturally Inspired community, become a preferred customer, attend one of our amazing live events, get your backstage pass for exclusive access, and connect to all things naturally inspired. Thank you for tuning in today. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time? Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturallyinspiredradio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturallyinspiredradio.com/collagen.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
The information and other content provided on this radio show or in any linked materials is provided for informational purposes only, not intended and should not be construed as medical advice. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.
Welcome, everybody. It is Tuesday, and it's time for Naturally Inspired Radio. I'm so glad you are joining me today. It's pretty hot still here in northern Colorado. We did some chores late last night, actually. We had to go outside and do a bunch of chores late last night. So I'm kind of off track. I didn't go out and feed everybody this morning, but I'll get back on track, because I'm going to have to feed tonight. And then, when you get out of sync on a farm, it really sucks because it takes you a while to get back on the right track. But we'll get there. So just, picking fruit around the farm right now. I had a great workout this morning, actually. Even though it had to be short this morning, it still was a really great workout. I just felt super dialed in. And I don't know, just things like, I think things are shifting. I don't know if it's the community, the naturally inspired community that's growing. I do these things. If you're not part of the community, you wouldn't know. But if you are part of the community, you would know that you get a morning WOE, a WOE, which is a words of encouragement. And this goes out every morning early. And it's cool because it helps people set their intention for the day. But also, I get all these little emojis back. I get all these little hugs. I get all these little hearts. I get all these little thumbs up, and depending on who it is, and it's good energy. It's like an exchange of good energy, and it's such a wonderful way for me to start my day, and I hope it is to you too. I'm getting lots of great feedback from it. So I think that's what's happening. I just feel like the energy has shifted a little bit. And people are really starting to buckle down and do what they need to do and get to work and get some real results, and we're working together as a community. So maybe that's the vibe change. I don't know what it is, but I do feel like it's a vibe change. Also, we've got fall around the corner, so there's a lot of things going on. But let me tell you, call your sissy, text your mom, text whoever you got to text, because I'm about to go off again. I'm going to have a heart-to-heart with you about a very important topic, because it just needs to be said. I've said it before, but I had some new thoughts about it. And so we're going to talk about it. That's going to be the daily topic for today. Real quick, though, I want to tell you what else you can expect. Dr. Paul Offit is panicking. The chief vaccine developer and profiter he's having a meltdown. I'm going to share that with you. Second news story I want to cover today, because I sometimes from time to time I get questions about this. Are crystals woo-woo? Are they, you know what? Are they BS or are they real? I've got some information for you about that. John Oliver, the guy with the glasses. I mean, I don't watch TV at all, but I guess this guy has a late night show or something. John Oliver, this clip that was going around on social media, had to pull it because it's such a great example of how the medical model has stayed the medical model. And so I'm going to talk about that. Our health topic today is sleep. We got to get this cleaned up. We got to help people get better sleep. Sleep is so important to your health in so many different ways. So we're going to cover some strategies about how to get better sleep. And then, of course, our naturally inspired moment today is going to be a really good one. It is about recognizing your worth. I don't think enough of you know what your worth is. You are so worthy. And sometimes when I have conversations with you, I just wish you could see how worthy you are. It's easy for me to see, but it bothers me that people don't understand their worth. So we gotta work on that. So I'm going to give you some strategies today. All right, let's get going. Because this top story here is I'm just going to dive into it. First of all, I'm talking about authenticity today. Okay? Authenticity. And in a world where it's getting blurrier and blurrier to tell how to tell what is real and what is fake, we have to get really good and dialed in on being able to spot authenticity and being able to support authenticity and be able to give back authentically as well. So I'm going to go to my clip first because I want you to understand what is happening to us as humans. Check this out. This is a way to make AI music. CBS Morning, they're just bringing you along in the AI transformation now. Watch this.
Prompt: create a square avatar of a fictitious female alternative / indie singer and a name for her.
Wow, Sadie Winters.
Sadie Winters, okay. The song is about walking away from someone who never really saw her worth. It's just going to create the song lyrics.
Wait, how many seconds was that?
That was like about 4 seconds. Oh my God.
Did you even read any of these, or you don't care?
I don't care. Put my lyrics in.
The lyrics that happen in 4 seconds.
Yes. And then hit create. Let's listen.
This is the world premiere.
I was paper, you were scissors, cut me out.
That's an AI artist. And that's how fast, boom, they can create hit songs now and pump them out to the masses and sell that image to your daughter and sell those stories that aren't yours or mine, but a replica of a bunch of our stories made anew into something totally different. Do you understand this concept here? Our art, our expression is our touchstone to one another. It's the way we connect. It's like, this is the human experience. Sometimes we don't have the vocabulary to express the human experience. So we got to write songs about it. We got to write stories about it. We got to put it in books so no one ever forgets it, so that when other people go through it, they never feel alone. That's what keeps the human race going. It is our touchstone. And this cheap knockoff of our story, and this is all of our story. We should all be mad at this, okay? It's not just like, oh, I'm not a musician, what do I care? I think it's kind of cool, No, if you're a human being living on this planet, this should offend you. They are hijacking our stories. They are manipulating them and pumping them out like they mean nothing. And then they're monetizing them and selling them for their profit. I'm not okay with this. I am not okay with this, and you should not be okay with it either. Listen to me. It's not enough that the societal pressure has been formed that you're not enough, especially for women, men too, but especially for women. You are not enough. Your natural born state, that ain't enough. You need to augment yourself in order to be beautiful. That we have that going on in our society, right? You're not enough. You're not skinny enough. You're not pretty enough. You're not blonde enough. Your lips aren't big enough. Your skin's not tight enough. You're old. You're too young. I mean, you name it. The standard of beauty is so bizarre in today's world. And we have armies of women who have been sucked into the algorithm and believe that that artificial standard of beauty is beauty. And if they aren't that artificial standard of beauty, they're going to do everything they can to get there artificially. They're going to fill their face. They're going to fill their lips. They're going to cut their flesh open. Putting their health at risk, all for a fake standard of what is considered beautiful. I'm only getting started. This is Naturally Inspired Radio. I'm Tammy Cuthbert-Garcia. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time? Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, cell health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturalinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturalinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturalinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the simple radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturalinspiredradio.com.
Thanks so much for joining me today. Want you to know you can catch us live streaming YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey, Twitch, DLive, Kick, and more on any of the podcast platforms: Spotify, Apple, Amazon, iHeart, SoundCloud, all the major platforms. We're on social media too: Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter, Getter, Gab, and all the others. All you have to do is search Tammy Cuthbert-Garcia or Naturally Inspired Radio, and we're everywhere you are. Put a note on your calendar. That's Sunday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Jason and I will be doing a special Twitter Spaces, and you're not going to want to miss it. Let me tell you, this guy is a wealth of information. You're just gonna learn so much. We're gonna have so much fun. We're gonna have interaction. It's a different way for us to connect. And right now, I think community is the answer. I really do. The tighter the community, I think the stronger we are coming together. So join us on X on Sunday night at 7:00 Mountain Time. Just follow me, Tammy Cuthbert Garcia, on X and plug in. Okay, back to this massive discussion. A couple things going on here, right? Like, think about this. In this unauthentic world, what are we going to be measuring ourselves to in the years to come? Are we going to measure fake human versus real human? Because if that's the case, I can recall being a teenage girl and being really unhappy with the way I looked, legs too big, face, too many zits, hair doesn't go the way I want it to go. All the things that you don't like. Are you going to be able to remedy this now through your avatar in the digital world? And what is that going to do to enhance the character of a person? When you can just say, you know what? I abandon this real body. I'm going to do all my living in the virtual world where I'm perfect. Because that's what we're facing. And it has been a slow roll to this, you guys. We have allowed ourselves to be tricked. A little nip here, a little tuck here. Remember, all that started in Hollywood, right? It was a very elite thing to be able to, get filler or breast implants or all of that. But then it became available to everybody with financing. You know what I mean? Everybody could do it. But what I think people have not realized is that you've been tricked. And I'm not preaching to you here. I really want to be clear about this. I'm not preaching to you, and I am not judging you. I'm hoping to bring a little awareness around this issue because you've been tricked. They have weaponized your insecurity against you. And they have sold you a load of garbage about beauty, about the standard of beauty, about fulfillment, how you feel beautiful. They sold you a bunch of garbage on that. And it's not your fault that you bought it because everybody around you is buying it. It's on the TV, it's on the Instagram, it's everywhere. Everybody's buying. I don't want to look like that. There's only a small problem here, though. That is not where confidence comes from. That's fake confidence. The aesthetic, that's fake confidence. It's not real. And it's fake beauty. It ain't even you. What we do when we buy into this is we accept that our natural form is not good enough. We actually reaffirm our own insecurities. That's what we're doing when we jump through every hoop. And, your fitness and wellness influencers are not outside of this. I get a little upset when I see people, promoting health and wellness, get healthy. And they are but a shell of them, they're coated in filler and plastics to achieve a certain standard. That's aesthetics. I said this during COVID, because it really changed things in the health and wellness space during COVID. You found out who was interested in aesthetics and who was interested in health. It became abundantly clear because you had people who were interested in aesthetics that were all on board with all the medical interventions, wear the mask, do all the things. Yeah, we got to do it. Because don't shut down my business. Let's just get back to it so we can live the, best life, traveling and doing whatever. That was the aesthetics group. And then we had the health and wellness people, the true health and wellness people that are like, what? Wait a second here. You don't inject health. So something's not adding up here, plus mass or absolute BS. So that's a lie, and lie. Now I'm going to be, blunt with you when I see this stuff, with all of the things, right? The eyebrows that are up here, the cheekbones that are up here, the lips that are out here, the boobs that are out here, all the things. You know what I see? I see deep insecurity and pain on your face. I don't see beauty. And the wild thing about it is because Jason and I got into a conversation about this last night, something triggered me clearly. Poor bugger had to listen to me all night. But here's the thing. I don't even think women are doing this for men. I don't. I see the comments. And men are like, it's a little too much. Please don't do that to your eyelashes. Please don't do that to your face. I don't really like that, It's not for men. And this is what hurts me, I think, the most. They're doing it for other women. Because we're so critical of each other. Oh, did you see her? Oh, she's not as fit. I mean, what is she doing in health and wellness? She's not that fit. Comments like that to each other. It's not for the men. Because you go, there's a very small demographic of men that like that kind of stuff. And you know what? Ladies, those aren't the men you want. The men that like that look, those are not the men you want. They're not the men of substance. And they're going to trade you up for another model as soon as another model becomes available to them. You're fishing in the wrong pond, as I always say. You want to catch a quality fish? You don't throw your hook into a chlorinated pool. No. You go to the best place, right? You travel high, maybe even backpack up into the woods, and you find yourself a stream and use the best bait, and because you know what you're fishing for. You're fishing for that perfect rainbow trout or what have you, right? You don't want no garbage. So it's all just a big mess in my mind because I see this and I see women sacrificing their health for, this standard of beauty that, first of all, is completely fake. And there's deep pain under there and self-loathing. The reason why we're able to get tricked into this stuff is because there's true self-loathing under there. And I want to know why. Why do you hate yourself? Why are you so unhappy in your skin? That's the higher question. That's what we should be seeking answers to. Because this is toxic cycle of insecurity. Because when it becomes the norm as it has now, our girls grow up in this environment. They grow up thinking and expecting that at some point they will not be enough. Their lips will not be enough. Their cheeks will not be enough. Their boobs will not be enough. Their bodies will not be enough. Everything will not be enough. We owe our girls more than that. We owe our girls more than that, and we owe ourselves more than that. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. This is Naturally Inspired Radio.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time. Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, sow health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great-tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturalinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturalinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturalinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturalinspiredradio.com.
Your cellular reset has been my secret weapon for bouncing back after stressful weeks. My joints feel less stiff and I wake up feeling ready to go even after a tough day. That little story came from Jason. He's 52 and he lives in Montana. That's the kind of recovery and resilience our cellular reset provides people. If you'd like to try it, I got a special offer for you today. You can use promo code FRIENDS25, FRIENDS, FRIENDS, the number 25, and get 20% off. I'm telling you guys, this is only for a couple of days and the cellular reset sells out. So if you have even been pondering it and thinking about it, to get it, because it probably will sell out and I almost never get these promotional codes. So now today's the day. If you're thinking about trying the cellular reset, you want to try it today. Go to naturallyinspiredstore.com. Just click on the cellular reset and get started. Don't forget, tonight's the night. Tuesday night is our weekly wellness workshop. So tonight at 7 o'clock, we will all meet. That's Mountain Time on Zoom. And I will be presenting a health topic and we'll chat about that. And then we will do some question and answer. This is a chance for a community to come together. This is the support that you don't get anywhere else. I was talking to somebody this morning. It's like, this was a no-brainer for him. He's like, well, this is like a no-brainer. I buy all this stuff anyway. I go to Whole Foods, I go to all these different places and I buy supplements. I don't even know what's in them and I get no support on them. Half the time I'm thinking, should I be taking this? Am I taking too much? Am I taking not enough? Like I get no support on it whatsoever. I said, yeah, that's why I do what I do. Because I want to work with you. That's where I want to spend my time. I don't want to spend my time developing formulas. I want to know the formulas I recommend are helping you. They're non-toxic. They work. And then I want to spend my time with you, helping you change the lifestyle. I'm just getting a note from Jason that the sale has broken the website. Are you kidding me? Are you joking? I know. Serious. He says serious. My goodness. Okay, so be patient. Please be patient because you can use Friends, FRIENDS 25 and get 20% off of all of these different products. Today's the day. Be patient, but I'll keep checking on that. I'll have Jason keep checking on it and let you know when it is up. Okay, so just some like final thoughts on what I've been talking about here with authenticity. Again, I'm not saying this to shame anybody. This is like a call to unite on this issue. Do we really want machines telling our stories for us? Because I tell you, when I listen to that AI music, I don't feel a dang thing. I don't feel like that robot has lived through the blues. You know, that robot's not talking to me through his guitar. Which if you are into music and a music lover like I am, sometimes, you know, when somebody is so deeply acquainted with their instrument, that thing talks. And the hair on the back of your neck stands up. You know, somebody sings their pain, it'll put you in tears. This part of our story is not just words. It's not, it can't just be, chopped up, this is like a beef plant. That's what AI is. It's a beef plant. It's an industrialized beef plant. Because an industrialized beef plant, when you get that hamburger in the grocery store, you have no idea how many cows are in your little tray of hamburger. Could be hundreds. Because they just shove it all in there and they process it up and then it spits it out. And that's essentially what is happening with our music here, with our stories, with our souls. Because our stories are deeply connected to our souls. It's chopping it all up 100 different ways, and then spitting it out and creating it and tying it. How manipulative is that? That these robots are in the form of human bodies. Why make them like that? Why are you making them like that? Why are you making a human form robot? Why not just make it a box or a rectangle or a circle or whatever? Like, why are you making it in human form? It's a manipulation. You have automatic empathy for human form, even if it isn't human. It's a very strategic thing that's happening here. It's not by accident. If we call ourselves back to authenticity, I think we will start to recognize true beauty in this artificial world. And maybe that's why this is happening. I'm just thinking out loud here, but maybe that's why this is happening, because things are going to get so incredibly fake that you are going to yearn for reality because it's in your DNA to be human. You're going to yearn for grit You're going to yearn for wrinkles in people's faces. You're going to yearn for gray hair. You're going to yearn for real music. You're going to yearn for real storytelling. Because it does not bring the same impact. This fake stuff does not bring the same impact. And so I'm saying go here now. Be ahead of the curve here. Because it's coming. It's definitely coming. I mean, how fast just think about ads on TikTok or whatever. Like, no. When you first started seeing like couples dancing together, maybe you watched a couple of them and you thought, oh, that's kind of funny, kind of cute or whatever. And then like the millionth one, you're like, okay, this is stupid. Because your brain craves creativity. It craves things that you can connect to. And it's not the same to connect to an artificial thing as it is to connect to a real human. I mean, I'm all for, obviously, I'm all for hair and makeup and, dressing good and feeling good. And like, I'm all for that. But that's not at the cost of my health. I'm still me. And I question, where this is going and how far people will be tricked into this formula, this algorithm, this pattern. Are we going to get sucked into giving away our humanity because our insecurities? And it's just so ironic because the very thing that people are chasing, it's fake. It's not real. We're running around chasing fake things when we have the real goods right here. You want to feel beautiful? Create something that you're proud of. Go through a hard thing, come out the other end, and express it. That's where people stand in awe and are like, wow, that was incredible. And I think maybe people think, oh, I can't do that? Is that what you're thinking? I don't have a special thing. I don't know. So like my aesthetic is all I have? You're being weak. Sorry, but you're being weak. We all have depth. We all have purpose that can be developed. And if you're selling yourself out for the aesthetic thing, you're in for a whole lot of pain because you're going to be chasing that and chasing that and chasing that, and it's never going to deliver. It's never going to deliver. The only thing that delivers is real purpose. When you can say, I'm really making a difference in other people's lives, I feel good. Like, yes, this is working. I'm doing good things. And that's what our girls need to learn. Use FRIENDS, FRIENDS 25. Get that 20% off. Go to the website now. Hopefully it'll be up. Crossing my fingers. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time? Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturallyinspiredradio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturallyinspiredradio.com/collagen. Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, cell health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great-tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
I didn't realize the way I was thinking about being unwell was actually keeping me unwell. Tammy showed me how to break that loop and reframe my thoughts. Everything changed from that moment on. Let me tell you what I have learned is that without a compelling future, it's really hard to make changes in your lifestyle and to make changes for better outcomes in your life. You must have a compelling future. The good news is there's so much life to live. There's so many amazing things to experience on this planet, so many amazing people to meet, so many amazing things to do. And maybe you got beat down. Maybe your health isn't where it should be, and you feel lost, you feel hopeless. And I'm here to tell you, do not give in to that. Do not give in to that. Your body is capable. You just got to give it the right support. And through this process of building Naturally Inspired, I have learned that one of the most powerful things that I do is provide support. I don't tell you what to do. I'm not giving you medical advice or anything like that. I'm just walking beside you, nudging you along every day. You know? We're doing a back and forth all the time. And sometimes that's just what you need. But mindset is such a big part of changing your results. You have to have a compelling future. You have to think about, I want to get there. You got to be excited about it. You got to have a vision for it. So we work on stuff like that in the Naturally Inspired community. It's so much more, it's so much more than I ever even talk about on here. Changing lives, like really changing people on a daily basis. And you can be a part of it. All you got to do is go to naturallyinspiredstore.com, book your 30-minute assessment with me. Let's chat. I had 3 great conversations this morning. Some of them blew my mind. Blew my mind. What people go through is crazy, but how we're so much alike too. You know, we were over here thinking that we're all alone. You know, we're isolated. Nobody's going through what I'm going through. And I talk to people, I'm like, oh yeah, that happened to me too. You know? And that's happened to me. That's happened to so many other people. Like, I'm here for you because you're not alone. I think that's one of the biggest tricks of the medical model and this whole kind of thing, this whole society, this whole social construct that we're living in is that's really how it operates the way it does, is making you feel like you're alone. During COVID, right? All of us that saw through the BS, we saw exactly what was going on. What was it? You felt alone. I did. We did. We thought, are we the only ones see this? What's going on here? And then you try to talk to somebody online. Well, forget that, right? That was censorship. So then you're pushed back. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm alone. But then guess what happened? Naturally Inspired throws a community event and 1,000 people show up because guess what? You are not alone. You are not alone. And that's how I found that out. So that was interesting. For today's Naturally Inspired moment, I want to talk about strategies to recognize your worth today and see beyond the aesthetic. So number one, here's a strategy. Shift from mirror to mission. Instead of focusing on appearance, ask, what impact am I making? When you anchor your value to purpose and not perfection, you gain a sense of fulfillment that looks can't deliver. Let me tell you, most people don't like perfection. Turns out. Here we all are killing ourselves to look perfect, to be perfect, to say the perfect things. And guess what? It ain't relatable. And so they may think, oh, that person's perfect. Look at that. Like, wow. I'm going to talk to them though, because they're intimidating, or that person's in a different category. They would never talk to me. Who wants that? Then that perfect person becomes totally isolated and is miserable. We see that all the time in the celebrity culture. Nobody's better than anybody else. We've all just had different experiences. So don't strive for perfection. Nobody likes it anyway. Gain a sense of fulfillment that looks can't deliver, right? What about style? Let's bring back style. Everybody's looking the same, you know? We got trans people that, you know, we used to call them trannies. We used to, you know, I'll probably get skewered for saying that, but that's what we used to call them. And, you know, the all the injections and everything, like, starting to like look like, you know, a lot of these women that are doing a lot of this stuff. It's like blurry, right? Because it's all like the big cheekbones and the lips and all that starting to look all the same. So like, have a little faith in your uniqueness. Because the very thing that you don't like about yourself, oh, it always ends up this way. This is what people like about you. Track your inner wins. So keep a journal of daily choices, things that you've done, you know, maybe you help somebody, a discipline that you practice. Maybe you work out or you promised yourself something about the way you would eat. All the commitments you keep, what a good friend you are, what a good sister you are, you know, what a good husband you are, what a good brother you are, what a good dog owner you are. Keep track of all that stuff. Self-worth grows when you see evidence of your strength and integrity in action. And it's not your fault. A lot of times, you know, I tell you all the time, our neural pathways are programmed from 0 to 7. We don't have a lot of control about how those neural pathways are programmed. That's, you know, parents, school, a lot of stuff we have no ability to control. But that is when we're programmed. And so you got to take a look at that stuff, even though the whole childhood thing, I know, but it matters because it has developed your sense of self-worth. And you may have to rebuild that sense of self-worth, or you may have to build it for the very first time. Redefine beautiful. Number 3, recognize that beauty shows up in vitality, confidence, presence. It's not just size or symmetry, a calm spirit, healthy energy. Gosh, people are so manic today that if you can walk into a room with some chill, you're going to be like a magnet in there. Because people are craving chill in a manic world. Goes way more than flawless features. How you make other people feel, that's an asset. If you're confident and you feel good with who you are, that rubs off on other people, gives them permission to be who they are. Detach from comparison. Hallelujah. Stop. Can we just stop? Right? We got the Barbie brigade going on here. Like everybody's got the things, right? Because I measure myself up to that. I'm not part of the Barbie brigade, let me tell you. I got some thick thighs, some muscles, and I'm proud of them. Own it. Never going to be a Barbie brigade type of gal. It ain't me. And I am so okay with that. That's the beauty of 50 too, It's just absolutely beautiful. Because you just fully walk into who you were truly meant to be. Invest in your wholeness. Read, learn, pray, meditate, nourish your body, practices that build your inner strength. Your self-worth expands when you cultivate depth and resilience instead of surface level approval. Those broads, right? You think about the Elizabeth Taylors of the world and stuff, those broads that, all this stuff happened to them. And you just think, my Lord, how is she still getting her lipstick on every day? But some way she does. That's beauty. When you're taking the easy way out all the time, you're crumbling because your comments, on your Instagram said you were fat, or you're crumbling because someone in your comments called you grandma. Who cares? Who cares? It is not worth it. Stay focused. Focus on your purpose. That will lead you to beauty, and have some fun with your style. Buy the glasses. Get the hair extensions. Do whatever you got to do. Have fun. But you don't need to put your health at risk. Thanks so much. We'll be right back for hour 2. So glad you're here.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio. Save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
Nearly 40% of Americans struggle with a $400 emergency expense. An extra $300 a month can be the difference between stability and financial stress.
Are you feeling the pinch of rising expenses? Imagine what an extra $300, $500, or even $1,000 a month can do for you. Introducing a simple 3-step system designed to help you create a steady income without the overwhelm. Step 1, follow our easy-to-use plan. Step 2, take small, consistent actions. Step 3, stay motivated with weekly coaching designed to keep you on track and moving forward. Whether you're saving for a family vacation, paying down debt, or just looking for breathing room, this system is for you. You don't need special skills, just the desire to make change. Join a growing community of success stories today. Visit simpleincome.info or text 720-764-7448.
Welcome to Naturally Inspired Radio, where we expose what's broken in the healthcare system, connect you to real health solutions, and inspire you to take back control of your life. We want to help you feel empowered, informed, and free to live naturally without fear, confusion, or dependency. Download our latest book on real solutions for health at naturallyinspiredradio.com. Naturally Inspired Radio is a nationally syndicated show broadcast on over 100 radio stations, online platforms, video channels, and podcast feeds. Follow us on your favorite platform today, hit that like button, leave a comment, and engage in our special live stream chats, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com to learn more, register for our weekly giveaway, and explore past episodes. You can also connect directly with Tammy, follow her on all major social media platforms, and discover more about our featured guests and trusted radio partners. Are you looking for better health? Work with Tammy today and take the first step toward a healthier, more empowered lifestyle. Schedule your complimentary 30-minute lifestyle assessment to explore personalized guidance on nutrition, movement, toxin-free living, and natural beauty without pharma. Get started now and discover Tammy's preferred health products at naturallyinspiredstore.com or text Tammy directly 720-303-8868. Love the show and want to support the movement? Head over to naturallyinspiredradio.com and click on the support tab. There you'll find all the ways you can get involved. Join our Naturally Inspired community, become a preferred customer, attend one of our amazing live events, get your backstage pass for exclusive access, and connect to all things naturally inspired. Thank you for tuning in today. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time? Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturallyinspiredradio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturallyinspiredradio.com/collagen.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, Explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. NaturallyInspiredRadio.com.
The information and other content provided on this radio show or in any linked materials is provided for informational purposes only, not intended and should not be construed as medical advice. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.
Welcome back. This is Naturally Inspired Radio. I was just laughing at myself during the break because I'm thinking, what was that? What was that? Like Elizabeth Taylor comment? Like that's probably the worst comment because I think she was full of plastic surgery, but that wasn't my point. My point was like, maybe it's her characters. You know, the characters she played in movies, because she always just played these classy broads, you know, that went through hell, but like somehow came out the other side. That was my point. So save your comments about that. Because I realized she probably had a ton of plastic surgery being in Hollywood, and especially back then. And Lord knows she certainly had a lot of self-loathing. You know, she'd struggled with addiction and all of that stuff. Anyway, I just had to laugh at myself during the break because I don't even know where that came from. I was just like, yeah, I was up on my soapbox there. But I see so clearly now, and maybe it's because I'm old, but I just see how tied down people are. They are tied down by their own crap, though. You know, they're tied down by their trauma, by their shut down. They've been told to shut up. They've been shut out. And so they're just kind of like coasting. And it seems so obvious to me now, if we could just cut the ties of everything, all the weight that people are carrying around with them, they'd be free to just like evolve into truly who they were meant to be. And I want to help with that, because I think when I talk about elevating humanity, elevating our higher faculties, this is the basis of it. This is the basis of it, understanding who you really are and what you're capable of and believing it, and then going out and doing it. That's the basis of this. I think we get rid of so much pain, so much dysfunction, so much willingness to adopt the unauthentic and the synthetic, because we don't have any fulfillment in our true selves. So that's my point here today. Just trying to like bring some awareness around this. Like, what holds you back? Because it's time to let it go. The digital age that we're moving into, it doesn't have space for your baggage. You need to become the higher elevated version of yourself. And it ain't going to be painless, probably. You know, there's going to be work to be done. But it will be worth it. For sure, it will be worth it. Let's get into our news stories today, because I found this one kind of funny. Dr. Paul Offit, you know this guy? Oh my gosh, he is panicking. He is panicking. Let me tell you why. First, let's go to the clip. This is on some mainstream, garbage network, whatever. But anyway, just listen to this. Here it is, Paul Offit.
If you want to destroy vaccines in this country, it's not that hard. Just do what RFK Jr. is about to do, which is he can manipulate the Vaccine Injury Compensation Program, which is basically what Elizabeth Warren warned about when she asked the questions during that second confirmation hearing. You can make it so that you add something to the list of compensable injuries, like autism or eczema or asthma or whatever. Or you could take certain vaccines away from that compensation program and just subject them to the slings and arrows of direct litigation in civil court.
You could remove vaccines from special compensation programs, which would open up manufacturers to mass torts.
That will end vaccine manufacturing in this country. And I just feel like people don't realize how we are right on the edge of a cliff. This scares me more than anything else Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has done. What he is about to do is he is about to hold up some bogus paper, some methodologically flawed, poor paper, which is just uninterpretable, and say, see, here it is, a landmark study, a gold standard study that vaccines cause, let's say, autism. And then he's going to mess around with the vaccine injury compensation program, benefiting his personal injury lawyer friends, benefiting himself, and doing nothing to help children with, say, autism.
Panic. This is, boys and girls, what we call panic. This is panic. Let me tell you why. Well, there's a number of reasons why. I don't even know where to start. I'm so excited. Okay, so first of all, Dr. Paul Offit has earned millions of dollars off of this industry. Okay? Millions. He's become a very wealthy man through this industry. And is he really worried about losing his money? I don't think that's it, because I think he has a lot of money. You know, how much money do you need? Here's where it gets kind of interesting. So we have something in our country called the vaccine court. And the vaccine court is a very specific deal that was started in 1986. It's known as the Act. And that's when Ronald Reagan gave indemnity to vaccine makers, right? So these companies, these corporations that were making vaccines, they no longer had the vaccines no longer had the designation of like a drug. They got a new designation called biologics. And under that new designation of biologics, they got indemnity, meaning, you know, vaccine companies were like, hey, we can't keep making these vaccines and like having to pay out compensation for injuries and stuff like this because we're going to go bankrupt. So we need government protection if you want us to keep making these vaccines. And that's the deal that was struck. Okay, we'll take a few cents off of every injection and we'll set it aside in a fund that is regulated by the government, and a whole entire court was developed specifically for vaccine injury. It's the Vaccine Compensation Court. Vaccine Court. Now, this thing is heavily regulated, as you can imagine. So they've got their table already made up. We know what we're paying out for. We're not entertaining any new BS here from you anti-vaxxers. We'll pay out for an injury on the injection site, right? We'll pay out maybe for thrombocytopenia, which is what my kid got, right? Didn't know that till I met Wayne Rohde, who wrote Vaccine Court. If you haven't read that book, you need to. So they pay out for very specific things, only the things that they've predetermined. So it's kind of like when you go to court for your traffic ticket, you know, and you like, you know, because my husband's always had a CDL. So he always, you know, and has taught our kids, go down and you negotiate, right? You don't let them just ding you with all the points and the fines and everything. You go in there and you represent yourself and you say, I need this taken down because I need to drive for a living, right? Like this impacts my life. And so you negotiate with the DA. That's how vaccine court works, basically. Yeah, we're here because this vaccine gave our son autism. Don't say that. You won't get a dime because autism is not recognized on the schedule. So they don't pay out for injury on that. So you kind of figure like, well, I have this injured child. I need money to support, like to help pay for the cost of this. So you go in and they go, yeah, okay, we'll give you this. We'll give you this much, right? And it caps out. It's not even enough. It's not even enough to take care of anything. Of course, you know, minuscule amount. But anyway, that's how the vaccine court works. And they take a few pennies off of every product and they fund the vaccine fund that way, the injury compensation plan. That's how they fund it. And so here's the thing, though. And as Bobby Kennedy has taught us, I mean, if you listen to all his stuff, you'll learn more about this. If all the rules were followed, if all the trials were done properly, if you checked all the boxes and crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's and did everything perfectly and didn't lie on anything, then you have indemnity. But if it could be proven that possibly maybe you fudged some numbers, or maybe the trials aren't really what you said they were, or maybe something, wasn't quite right, well, that's a whole different ballgame. And so what I see here, and I'm just speculating, who am I? I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a doctor, I'm not any of this. I'm just speculating, but I'm thinking here, my vibe is telling me that Dr. Paul Offit and his cronies and all the people that work in the pro-vax, community that push vaccines and get paid off of the companies that make vaccines and, all of the institutions, because it's a big racket. It's kind of like one thing feeds the other. It's all kind of concealed, but it all goes back to pharma. I think he's worried that perhaps this could open things up, because, if he brings some crazy science to the table, some manufactured, why does he sound like a politician fighting for his candidacy or fighting for his, why is he citing Elizabeth Warren? This is the true worry of why they were so scared of Bobby Kennedy, because he is probably the only one that knows how to get them at their own game. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time? Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, cell health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great-tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturalinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturalinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturalinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturalinspiredradio.com.
Looks like the website is up and people are able to order. Thank goodness. Friends25 is the promo code for 20% off of these fantastic products. All non-toxic, you just can't get any better, cleaner. That's why I chose to partner with this product line. After 3 weeks on the cellular reset, I noticed my mid-afternoon slump was gone. I have steady energy all day and my brain feels sharper, like I'm thinking faster without the fog. That's from Bethany, sent that in to me. Her energy and her clarity have totally improved. Of course, in the Naturally Inspired community, we walk alongside you. We talk about protein. We talk about getting the, foods out of your diet that create that brain fog, that create that path towards insulin resistance. No. We come back. We want to keep you healthy at a cellular level. So it's nutrition-based, it's movement-based, it's thought-based, it's intention-based, it is having a compelling future-based. There's so many variables that go in to optimum health. It isn't just about, take this, go away, see you later. Nope. You want to get in the Naturally Inspired community. So go to the Naturally Inspired store, naturallyinspiredstore.com, book your 30-minute assessment. Or if you want to try the cellular reset, you just want to get into the community, you're ready to go, do it today because you can get 20% off. Use code FRIENDS25, FRIENDS25. I just got to say this about vaccines. Probably get taken down for saying that. But I got to say it. This is a product. And nobody should ever forget that. You can slap a label on it like, it's a vaccine, it's a biologic or whatever. It's a product. A company makes it, and there are no other products that we give complete indemnity to, right? Like, you can make these products and you can distribute them to the masses globally. And if anybody gets hurt, you're totally fine. We protect you. And so we have to look at it like that. You've been brainwashed. People have been brainwashed into thinking like, we got to do it, right? We got to do it. I don't know. I think there's a lot of science that says like not all of them. Maybe some people don't need any. I don't know. But let's take a look at it. Let's weigh the risk benefit here. And I think Paul Offit is terrified of that happening because there's a whole infrastructure. He even cites Elizabeth Warren, like that's giving him any credibility to cite Pocahontas. She was reading right off a script there because this is what they've been worried about. They do not want to lose their indemnity, right? They do not want to lose their liability protection because that's going to be a game changer. That's going to be a game changer. We can pray. That's exactly what happens. Interesting times. I want to talk about crystals. And before you go, crystals, that weird. Or maybe you love crystals. I don't know. But I'll tell you this. A lot of people think crystals are woo-woo, right? Oh, that's that airy-fairy crap. Especially conservatives. You think, that's kind of... And I'm with you. Like, I kind of thought that too. Like, rub your crystal and ball and, but it's interesting when you think about it to tie it in that, crystal balls were associated with like witches in fairy tales. And, turns out actually like crystals are very interesting from a science perspective. You know how I talk to you all the time about frequency, how everything has a frequency. We're electrical beings. We have a frequency. This is not a woo-woo idea. Everything has a frequency. And Dr. Leonard Horowitz talks a lot about, 528 frequency, that being a way for the body to come back to homeostasis. you know? We do a lot of these things innately, like, you know, humming is self-soothing. Babies will do it. Did you ever have a baby that would moan? My son used to do that. He used to swing. Actually, my daughter used to do it too. They both did it. Now that I think about it, they both did it in the swing. They'd swing back and forth and they'd just go, Did your kids ever do that? It's a form of self-soothing. They're activating their vagus nerve. We're never told that stuff. We just think, oh, that's weird. My kid's doing that. How cute, you know? No, it's like part of their toolkit. So it makes sense to me, you know, that these crystals would have a frequency. Let's hear from an expert here on crystals. I have a little clip for you. Take a listen.
Technologies right now, and they have been. I've been sitting on this for 7 years without talking about it. And here's the basic idea. Resonance frequencies. Everything vibrates. If we had an electric razor, plugged it in, turned it on, set it on this table, it's going to move around, isn't it? That's the beginning of the concept because it's vibrating. Everything vibrates at a frequency, and if you know that frequency, you can control things. And I think that's the basic idea of what we're looking at here.
So somehow through this technology, they're able to move stones or cut stones or all the above?
All the above. And it's all based upon the ancient numbers. They're developing.
Well, I want to know more about this. Right? I want to know more about this. I mean, kymatics I find fascinating. We know that the structure of water can be changed with our intention, with our speaking to it. Plants change when you talk to them. You know, when you set intention over things, that has a vibration. And I want to know more about this. Here's where it goes askew, I think, is you go back to these stories about your crystal ball, and that's associated with witches. And do you think maybe some of this stuff could have been, corrupted so that we didn't find out about it? You know, I don't know. You know I'm super conspiratorial and all, but it just seems like natural to me that people in power with control would do anything they can to kind of keep that power and to kind of keep that control. It's kind of like normal for people to want to do that. You know, if they have control, they have power over people, it's like they're getting what they want. They're going to do anything they can to kind of take hold of that and keep it. And so sometimes I wonder, you know, because people are like, well, that's evil. That's evil. Crystals are evil. Worshipping crystals, maybe. I don't think you should worship anything. No false idols, all that stuff, right? But this is intriguing, you know, because like these are part of Earth and they're natural. And so I think we need to know more about them. I think this is a very interesting topic. I love learning about kymatics and stuff because it unlocks more of your higher faculties when you understand frequency and the impact that has on you at the cellular level. Perhaps you have more modalities at your disposal than you have ever been led to believe. I think it's very true. I happen to know some little underground people, you know, maybe some people that, you know, work with frequency and like just get like crazy kinds of outcomes. But they can't dare talk about it. They can't. Very serious business. Health. Very serious business. And I'm not talking about just like, you know, life or death here. I'm talking money, power, control. If you can withhold things or only shine the light on certain things, well, then you can harness a lot of power and control over, huge populations. And if you think that powerful people don't want to hang on to their power, I don't know what planet you're living on. That stuff goes down on the school field. Bullies, right? The popular kid. They don't want to let go of their power. Happens everywhere. Interesting stuff. Stay tuned, everybody. More news. Health topic. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time? Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, cell health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturalinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturalinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturalinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturalinspiredradio.com.
I thought I was doing the right workouts, but Tammy showed me I was overtraining and actually stressing my body. True story. True story. A lot of people are doing that. We adjusted my exercise routine, and now I'm seeing results without feeling drained. Take it from somebody who ran her butt off for years. I mean, 25, 30 miles a week. No problem. Every week. Boy, I wish I had started lifting weights more consistently way back then. And I'm not even talking like major routine here. You know, I'm talking like 15, 20 minutes a day. Walking with a weighted vest. Game changer. Game changer. Enough said. Anyway, that's the kind of stuff you'll learn when you work with me through the Naturally Inspired community. So get into the community. All you have to do is make one purchase. You know, make one purchase. You're purchasing stuff already. I know you're taking all the supplements. I know you are. You're buying them maybe from other companies. And I'm asking you, are they supporting you in your optimum health journey? Are they meeting with you every Tuesday night? Are they available to you on a text line? Are they there for you? So I was saying, because that's what we offer here at Naturally Inspired. So get into the Naturally Inspired community. We have a meeting tonight, 7 o'clock on Zoom. We're going to be talking about a health topic. We'll take question and answers. We play music at the beginning. We're going to have some fun because living healthy should be fun. It should not be torture. If it's torture, you're doing it wrong. So come learn how to do it right. Naturally Inspired. Go to naturallyinspiredstore.com. Get yourself some cellular reset for 20% off today. Oh, this is what we're talking about today. Thank you, Jason. Your body is a sensor. Hidden ways you're exposed to everyday biohazards. That's what we'll be talking about. That's a good one. Your body is your sensor. And you all hear it. You've just been trained to ignore it. This is going to be good tonight. Make sure you join us. Go to naturallyinspiredstore.com to get in, or just text me, 720-303-8868. This next story I want to cover is John Oliver. Remember him? I barely remember him. I think this is past my time or something. I haven't watched TV for so long, but I don't think I've ever seen this guy's show, but I've certainly seen him in clips and whatnot. Anyway, this is just priceless because I'm going to tell you exactly what this means. And, you know, they just get coached, right? You know, behind the scenes, they're like, okay, we're going to hit this from this angle. And this PR firm and tells them, you got to hit it from this angle. We need to get this result. Like, it's just kind of funny when you can see exactly what's happening here. You know, it's all damage control. And certainly this is damage control. So take a look, take a watch and a listen. This is John Oliver. Here it is.
Not a scientist, despite my glasses and the many hours I spend doing surgical procedures on mice. But I don't think it's quite that simple. Most medical experts will tell you it's not that health outcomes can't be impacted by personal behaviours or diet, but health is complex and its components are personal, genetic, environmental and systemic, on top of which sometimes, and this is a technical term, shit just happens and it's out of your control.
What is your name?
James.
Yeah. So let me tell you why I picked that clip to share with you today. That is a pillar of the medical model. That, you know, shiz just happens. We don't know why. Idiopathic. Oh, we don't know why it happens. It's just your genes. What are you going to do? It just happens. If that belief goes away from the medical model doesn't work anymore. Because they have never told you why. They never get to root cause. Oh, we don't know. It just kind of happens. Yeah, you can make a difference with diet and exercise, but, you know, ultimately, no, you can't. It's out of your control. Shiz happens. So that is very important that mantra stays in place. Otherwise, the medical mafia model doesn't work, because if you don't know why things happen, you're going to remain in fear because you have no control over it, right? I don't know how this is going to happen. I'll tell you how it happens. There's a number of different ways how it happens, but there's like a formula here. And it can be 1 + 1 + 1, or, you know, equals 3, or it could just be one thing. But there's definitely things, okay? Toxicity. We are living in a toxic environment. It's EMF toxins. It is chemical toxins in products we use. It is toxins in our food, like how we grow our food in the farming industry, but also in the end result that ends up in a package on the store shelf. It is the food they sell in these little. I drove by this, like, in my town is growing, unfortunately. And I drove by the newest, fast food box. And this is literally, it's not a restaurant. These are not restaurants, you guys. These are like feeding troughs in the shape of a box. Nothing is being made there. Everything is being shipped in, right? And you pull it out of a plastic bag, you pull it out of a box, they throw it, they heat it up. They heat it up, and then they serve it to you. It's not an experience, right? It's definitely not a restaurant. I don't know what it is. Anyway, he's talking about this book of Casey and Callie Means, and it's just so interesting because it just goes to show you like things are not black and white. They're very nuanced. And I've explained, how I think about this whole thing because there's been a divide in the Make America Healthy Again movement. Like I've told you, right? Yesterday, I think it was, we were talking about technology and I'm like, yeah. So there's another stream here, another pathway. So we've got the people who are going to grow babies in pods and create transhumanism that way, create the perfect human, right? Mix you up in a laboratory and put you in a pod and grow you that way. That's transhumanism. You got other people who are going to put, things in your brain. So they're going to implant things into your brain, maybe even inject through nanotechnology into your body to merge you with machine. That's transhumanism, right? But then you have this other line that's also like really into wearables. Tracking your data, tracking your statistics, your biological stats, and then using those to, mix up some sort of biohacking deal that makes you a superhuman. And I feel like that could be the Casey and Callie Means, right? Like, so I just feel like I'm out here watching the race, just kind of going like, well, what is this one doing? What is this one doing? And I don't feel like I belong to any of them. I just feel like I'm an observer at this point, trying to figure out like, oh, okay, where is everybody going? Because I don't really agree with any of this stuff, right? Like, but let me tell you, like, the medical model itself cannot operate without the idiopathic shiz just happens component, because that is the fear that keeps you doing what they tell you to do. The diagnostics, the drugs, the visits, the insurance. The insurance is a big one. If you start to understand that there is a lot you can do to control your outcomes, I mean, like I said, it's toxicity at the top of the list, okay? It's how you move your body, right? Because this is a highway in here. It's like an electrical highway. You got to keep things moving. Zing, 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 zing. And if you get congestion in your highway, that leads to disease. So there's movement is a component of it. There's nutrition, right? You have receptors all over your body. Isn't that strange? You have receptors for the very vitamins and minerals that you get from the food on the planet. You have receptors for even cannabinoids, right? Hemp. You got receptors for that. Nicotine receptors. There's nicotine in things like cauliflower. So once you understand that there's a certain need that needs to be met for your body to operate optimally, all of a sudden the whole idiopathic thing, it don't make sense. And that's where it starts to crumble. Stay tuned, everybody. We got a health topic next. You're not going to want to miss. Are you getting sleep? You need it. Stay tuned.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time? Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's Preferred Collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturallyinspiredradio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturallyinspiredradio.com/collagen. Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, cell health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great-tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
We're back. I want to give you one more chance to let you know you can get 20% off of all the things on naturallyinspiredstore.com. The non-toxic product line that we recommend right now is 20% off just by using Friends25, the Friends25 code. Of course, one of our favorite products is the low molecular weight collagen. People get fantastic, including myself, fantastic results off the collagen. I just talked to a guy over the weekend, actually, who kind of lost track of me, I guess, for a little while. And he texted and said, hey, I want to talk to you about this because I tried some different collagen and it's not doing the same thing. And so I really want to, learn more about what happened to that old collagen and how I can get back on it. Anyway, this is what happens when people go on it because it works. I know it myself, range of motion in my neck, range of motion in my hips, better hair, better nails, better skin, even cellulite reduction. Like it's really amazing what the body will do when it's given the raw materials to do what it should. It's pretty amazing. So go to naturallyinspiredstore.com, click on the collagen. Make sure you use that promo code though. So Friends25 for that 20% savings. This stuff rarely goes on sale. So take advantage, please, because like I said, it's rare that we get promo codes and stuff like that. All right, let's talk about your health topic today because sleep is a major, major variable in your optimum health. And so I want to talk about some unknown facts as well for strategies to fix sleep. Number one, may or may not know this, but anchor your wake up time. This is important. So you go to bed and wake up at the same time daily, even on weekends. Why? Because the body's circadian rhythm resets more strongly with a consistent wake up time than a bedtime. So focusing on mornings actually has a bigger impact than people think. So it's always like, I got to get to bed on time. I got to get to bed on time. And, meanwhile, like press snooze. And then on the weekends, I want to sleep in. And that's just like messing up your circadian rhythm. So it's really important. Get up on time. Get up on time so that you can create that consistency. Number 2, you probably heard this one, cool the room. Lower bedroom temperature between 65 and 68 is best for sleep outcomes because your core body temperature must drop about 2 degrees to fall asleep. Do you know that? So cooling the room mimics this natural dip. I thought that was pretty interesting. That's why they say, you get too hot and you can't get to sleep. Number 3, natural light in the morning. So get outside. I always say this all the time. Get outside, even if it's just for a few minutes. And in the winter, if you live here in Colorado, it's hard to go outside when it's cold. Sit by the window. Open the window. You're not going to melt. You're not going to wither away if you're sitting by a cold window. But it's so important to get that morning light to set your circadian rhythm. It's good to do uncomfortable things too, like I think far too many people use weather as an excuse to not get outside. I can be kind of a psycho because like, I like going out running in the rain. I'm like, yeah, give it to me. I'm running through the storm. Like push yourself mentally, 'cause it's good for you. It's good for you. Too many people, I think, just like, I can't go outside today. I can't go for a walk because it's raining or it's snowing. No, you can. You definitely can. And you should. Because you're getting your body used to doing hard things. And you thrive when you know you can do hard things. You thrive when you know you can do them. So just 5 to 10 minutes of morning sunlight boosts your serotonin, which later converts into melatonin at night. So this is why it's so important to create that natural sleep cycle in your body. Number 4, protein. I'm probably going to have protein on my headstone. Protein. It'll probably say. But why do I say this? Because eating a protein-rich dinner with magnesium, actually, and I'm always a big promoter of magnesium too. It's a great strategy because amino acid glycine in protein has been shown to lower your body temperature and calm the nervous system, and that helps you sleep deeper. How do you add magnesium into your dinner? You should have on hand pumpkin seeds. Don't buy them drenched in the yucky oil though, get them raw and then salt and oil them yourself. Because you should never be afraid of healthy fats, right? We all need healthy fats. So you get, a good olive oil or a good avocado oil, and then you get some wonderful Celtic sea salt or your favorite salt, and you salt and oil them yourself. And then put them in your salads, put them in your yogurt, put them wherever you like crunchy, salty things. Number 5, blue light sunset. So limit screens 1 to 2 hours before bed or use blue light filters, some glasses. I start to feel it. If I've got a lot of assessments in the morning and I'm in front of the screen too long, I really feel it. It's eye strain. It's also just like feeling drained, So there's definitely something to these blue light glasses, protecting yourself. So even dim light can suppress melatonin production by 50%. So make sure you're protecting your eyes. Breathing reset is your number 6 strategy. Practice a 4-7-8 breathing or slowed, using your diaphragm breath before bed. This activates your vagus nerve. Gosh, I've been talking a lot about your vagus nerve lately, which flips your body from fight to flight into rest and digest, which is where you need to be in order to have a great night's sleep. Reframe your bedroom. So I know, a lot of people bring work into your bedroom because I was saying having a business and having a job, I think is, they're two different lifestyles for sure. But more and more, if you're an employee, they're expecting you to perform like a business owner because you're so accessible, right? Emails, texts. Oh, it's just a quick text. Oh, it's just a quick email. Oh, I got to return it. I got to get back to this person. But what that does is it leaves you always on call. And so you never get that relaxation away from work. And so many people bring their work into the bedroom. They got their phone there. They need to check their emails, or they have TV, or they watch TV in their bedroom. And over time, your brain builds conditioned responses. So if you scroll or watch TV in bed, your mind literally learns to stay alert there instead of winding down. So, a lot of people watch TV to get sleepy, I think, they watch things to get sleepy. And you're not just getting sleepy, you're getting exhausted, to the point where you start having a hard time, keeping your eyes open. And then finally you fall into exhaustion, right? You fall into sleep because of exhaustion. That's not the healthy way to go to sleep. Healthy way to go to sleep is really to unwind your body. So obviously there's no silver bullet, right? These strategies need to be implemented with your physical movement throughout the day, your nutritional support, your supplemental support, environment support. There's a lot of things that we can easily make changes in our household that make a real impact on our ability to sleep, because, sleeping is directly related to hormones, that are thrown off because of high cortisol levels or high insulin levels or what have you. And so just by cleaning up things in your house, you can make a difference in your ability to be able to fall asleep. I know it sounds like, how does that relate? But it does. These are all endocrine disruptors. And you need healthy hormones for healthy sleep. I'm reminded again, multiple clients that I've worked with through the years who used plastic to store food in and would heat it up with plastic every day, day in and day out at their job. That was how they ate lunch every day. And just by stopping doing that, it made a difference in their hormones. Whether it was, improved stuff on their face, like breakouts, better periods, better sleep, all kinds of different things. So you can't overlook the little stuff, because if you're doing it every day, it's not really little stuff, because you do it every day for years on end. It's not really little stuff, is it? If you're exposed to it every single day. So don't overlook those kind of hidden things. And what an easy switch. Like, who really cares? As long as your cleaners work, it's an easy thing to get phthalates and endocrine disruptors out. And today is a great day to do it, because you can get 20% off. Go to naturallyinspiredstore.com. Go to the website. Use FRIENDS25 to get your 20% off. Thank you so much for joining me today. This has been Naturally Inspired Radio, and I'm Tammy Cuthbert-Garcia.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio. Save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.